Good morning, WJOB listeners and JED TV viewers. This is the August episode of the Town of Dyer Show. I am your town manager, Dave Hein, and joining me today is Public Works Director Jeff Dvorak and our Director of Operations, Brian Lane. We hope to bring you an episode that will update the residents on some important facts and also give you an idea of where to find information if you don't have it. One of the ways to stay informed is to log in here every month and watch our radio show. We also have a newsletter every month that comes out with your utility bill. Very informative. We try to keep it to the topics that are going on in town. We have a text program that you can be part of where we highlight some road closures, festivals, any important information that's going on. You can be part of that if you text the word Dyer, D-Y-E-R, to 219-215-4304. Again, Dyer, D-Y-E-R, to 219-215-4304, and you'll get our text updates in town, which do include road closures, water outages, water breaks, festivals, any kind of emergency situations. We also do have the website available for information, and if all else fails, just contact the town hall at 219-865-6108, and we'll point you in the right direction and get you those answers. Again, welcome to the Town of Dyer August show. A couple housekeeping issues first here. We are looking for some applications if anybody's interested in joining our team. Our first spot that we're looking for right now is a public works position. Jeff, if you want to go ahead and describe a little bit for that application.
Yeah, right now we're looking for a building services position in our public works. That individual would be helping out with maintaining our buildings, like for HVAC systems, plumbing, electrical issues, generators, and even our street lights and traffic signals. So again, that's what we're looking for right now in our current organization.
Some experience is necessary, but a lot of it will be on the job.
On the job training, yes.
Need a jack of all trades there, and they can turn in their application
through our website. There's an application online that they can fill out, and then just send it to dpw@townofdyer.com, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, great. We're also looking for some police officers. I know the police department's creating lists, so if you're interested in the law enforcement career here in the town, stop by and fill one out with the police department. Our Historic Society has a volunteer committee that they are always looking for some help. For those residents that didn't know, we do have a historic museum in the basement of the town hall, a very unique place to visit. If you get the opportunity, stop by during the day and you can go down there and see it. But we're also looking for some volunteers to help out. They're doing a great job of categorizing all the artifacts in the basement, but we're also looking to kind of staff it a little bit so that it can be open to the residents. So if that's your niche and you like history and you want to be part of a great group, stop by and fill out a volunteer committee application for them. They meet once a month, but other than that, it's flexible for your schedule. And we're also looking for a park maintenance full and part-time. So if you're interested in joining our team, grab an app off the website, stop in, grab one in person, and join our team. Park maintenance full-time and part-time is specifically with the Parks Department, although you will do some general work around town, mainly prepping for all the parks activities. In the downtime, you'll be doing maintenance on the equipment, and picnic tables, fencing. Softball fields have been very active this year. But that's how you can join our team. We go right into today's Public Works Director, Jeff Dvorak, is going to highlight a little bit about Public Works, what they do, what they offer the town, and how our residents can take full advantage of all the services that are available. Each and every town is different, so what we're highlighting is what the town of Dyer Public Works can offer you as a resident.
So again, Dave, what our Public Works, I guess, I'll kind of give a broad overview that our is divided into 4 divisions. We have our wastewater, water treatment, streets, infrastructure, and building services, and in each one of those divisions have certain tasks that they do. Again, in the streets, maintain the roadways, potholes, chipping branches, picking up leaves, that kind of stuff. Infrastructure deals with pretty much everything that's underground, from water issues, our sanitary lines, storm lines, keeping those clean throughout the year. The wastewater and water treatment, that's our treatment facilities. Again, all of our water comes from Hammond to Highland and then to us, and then we make sure that we keep that water tested properly and make sure it's good for the residents. And then our wastewater treatment handles the water that everyone uses in town and sends it back to a hard ditch. And then our building services division, as I said before, handles all of our building maintenance, generators, traffic signals, street lights throughout the town. So again, it's a crew of around 27 individuals and 3 part-timers. So it's kind of a, everybody helps out together. So again, sometimes the divisions help each other because again, just some things are more important than others. But again, it's a good process.
Sure. Jeff, how long have you been with the town of Dyer?
35 years.
35 years. So a lot has changed in the 35 years.
Yes,
but
it
I
has.
think one thing that remains the same is the service to the residents. We try to do a little bit above and beyond. Like we said, not every town offers branch pickup, leaf pickup.
Yep. And we do that every day. So again, it's weather permitting. So again, that's pretty much starts in March. Once the weather starts to warm up a little bit, and that goes all the way through November, December.
I know you talked a little bit about the technical side of Public Works, and you do everything from underground to surface level stuff,
Right.
maintenance, lights, street lights, flag poles, decorations, Christmas decorations, some striping around town. But
Yes.
a lot of the larger projects you do kind of contract out, and it's just a matter of what's more feasible. You
Correct.
analyze it, whether it's easier or cheaper to do it in-house or not. So
Correct.
you might see various crews around town that are Public Works, but you might see some vendors which we're just trying to save a dollar wherever we can and maintain that. But as a resident, if I want to put some leaves out by the curb or branches, where can I go to find the schedule of when you guys are going to be picking up?
Our schedule is on the town website, and again, it's the entire year schedule from beginning of the year till the end. So again, and usually what we do is for chipping, we divide the town into the north and south side. So again, the north side is one week, the south side's on the following week, and we just rotate that. Now, depending on if there's storms or particular events that we have, that we may send out 2 chipping crews to just deal with the volume issue. But again, that schedule is on the town website to view. And that's the same thing with our leaf schedule. Our leaf schedule, which usually starts mid-October, goes all the way till December or weather permitting. And again, there's a for each date, there shows where we're going to be at north or south side of town.
So putting leaves and branches out, do you want them in the street? Do you want them in my parkway? In my driveway? Where do you want me to put them at?
Best way to put them is in the parkway, not on the street, because again, having leaves or branches in the parkway is, prevents traffic from, driving around. Plus, if we do get any weather, rain or such, it actually will go down the curbs and actually get into our storm drains, and then that'll be just more of a pain. So again, the best place to put them is on the parkway. The branches, there's a instruction sheet on the town website showing that the branches should be the stalk more or less towards the road, and the more of the branch towards the back, so everything is all in one direction, so it's easier to load the chippers and stuff. But again, all those directions are actually on the town website.
And with your schedule, how much time is in between? If I get serviced at my curb, how much time before you come back again?
And again, we do make multiple passes each week. So again, if you were to, again, an individual was to put out their branches out the Saturday and Sunday before that week, we would definitely hit it during that week. But then we would not be back for another 2 weeks, theoretically. But from that Monday to Friday, we do make multiple runs in that.
So when it's my week, I'll get it. But then, again, it's probably going to be a week or two before I get it.
Correct. That is correct.
So residents should time it just right, or you're going to
Yes.
have that little dead spot in your grass because it's going to sit there.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean we forgot about anybody.
Correct.
It means that the schedule is in place.
Right.
And obviously, if my street was supposed to be picked up today and there's a water main break, that affects the schedule because everybody kind of has to go and chip in, correct?
Correct. Yeah, and again, and that's where, again, sometimes we may be pulled on different jobs, and that's where the different divisions may help one another. But if we did have that water incidents, we would try to balance it out the next following day by sending out 2 chippers to catch up on that stuff. So again, it's just a matter of what starts the day off. And again, as long as there's no emergencies, we will be able to get through that area.
Now, the town of Dyer is contracted with Republic Waste to take away all our house garbage.
Correct.
Which includes up to sometimes one large item per time. What if I have some stuff that qualifies for your dumpster? When and what can I do, and what's the process for me to take that down to the town dump?
So again, anyone that wants to bring that stuff that's larger, or that's gonna they want to bring it down to the Public Works, the procedure is just we're open from 7 to 3 Monday through Friday. You'll need your driver's license to prove that you're a town resident, and you're allowed to bring one truckload per month to our to our town site. And again, if you have any questions with that, you can contact our office at 219-865-4222. So again, and there's certain things that we just do not allow, that's like hazardous waste and certain other chemicals and such like that. But again, for the most part, we do allow those larger items to the Public Works.
Great.
The other nice thing about Republic picking our stuff, you can put your grass clippings straight into your garbage can, and they will take those.
Yep.
And if you do have a really small pile of branches, talking real small, you can always throw that in your garbage
Absolutely.
can too.
Yeah, again, that actually does help us a lot by just taking, again, those smaller branch piles are time consuming. So again, if they do put those in their own dumpster or their own garbage cans, that actually does save us time.
Well, again, those are just a few ways that our Public Works is here for the residents. I would say if you have a question or we didn't address it, make sure you reach out and call down there, and they'll give you the answer. They'll tell you. And we're always trying to work with people and get the streets cleaned up. So anything else that you can offer the residents?
Again, if there's any other questions that we're not there, contact us by email.
Great.
And we'll answer those questions.
Great. And a little later in the program, I think we'll have you highlight the open house coming up.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
We'll hit that. Definitely residents should understand what their Public Works does. Our next up is Director of Operations, Brian Lane, with some street projects. We seem to be very active this time of year.
Yeah, so this year in our street projects, we're doing 28 streets that are called like a grind and resurface. So there's streets that may not need all the underground work like sanitary, stormwater, and water. And this year we have 28 of them. The town participates in a program called CCMG, which is the Community Crossing Matching Grant Program through NDOT. And this year and the last couple of years, you're able to qualify for up to $1.5 million, which is a match. So the town matched it, the 1.5. That's why we were able to get so many streets done. And this year, of the 28 streets, 10 of them are done with some restoration left, and 8 of the streets are currently getting concrete work. How we pick our streets, I think, is important to talk about too. Nice Engineering is hired by the town, and they what they do is a Paiser rating map, and they go through every year and they re-rate our streets and let us know what condition they're in, and then we usually start with the worst condition streets, and that's how we move through our map. Every year, besides the grind and resurface projects, we also have what we call a one dig project. It could be a street project that needs all that sanitary work or storm water, or it needs water work. So we do that, and we do anything underneath the asphalt that needs to be replaced, and then we pave the road.
A good point there, Brian. So some residents may have seen a street come and go that was in a little worse condition than one that just got ground and resurfaced. But if it's a full reconstruction with underground utilities, it also has to be on the same schedule as the utilities, financing, projects, vendors, and all that. So it may not be as quick as a grind and resurface because it needs to be scheduled for the full construction.
Exactly. Because sometimes you don't want to go grind and resurface the street if all the stuff underneath it's no good. And what we do as a group, our team gets together and we look at this Paiser rating, and we'll go through and be like, okay, then we look at the utilities underneath the street, and that's how we can decide whether it be a grind and resurface or a full engineering done
Great.
for us. This year, our one dig project was on 212th Place, and it was a really smooth year for our one dig project. We got it done earlier than expected, and we just got some restoration. As everyone knows, this was a rough summer with a lot of humidity, a lot of heat, so grass doesn't like to grow that great, a lot of weeds, so we're working through that, and we'll get everything set in place.
So, Brian, if my house is in one of these construction zones and I'm not happy with how the reconstruction of the restoration of the parkway is, should I go to Facebook and complain about it, or should I call maybe up town hall, or what should I do?
Well, I think your best bet's to call the town hall. We work with all our people doing projects in the town. We have contacts, and they've all been very responsive. As soon as you call me or call the town, we're calling our people and asking them, hey, can we get this fixed, or hey, we may have a problem here, and we look into it right away. So I think your best bet is to always call the town first. I know some people they feel good when they vent on Facebook and stuff, but if you want answers and you want stuff done quickly, I think your best bet is to call the town hall.
Great point, great point. And I think it's standard practice. We usually have a letter that goes out to every household a week, 10 days, sometimes up to 2 weeks before the construction. And then the actual construction companies themselves are pretty responsive when they're needing to block a driveway or dig out a curb. I do want to say there are occasions that it slips through the cracks. It's human error. It happens. There's similar street names, places, avenues. Sometimes a corner will get missed. But for the most part, they're making contact a couple weeks ahead of time so that everybody's aware of when they're going to be limited access.
They are, and through people's feedback, we've adjusted kind of how we do things. I know sometimes it's tough. Like this year, Milestone was awarded the contract, and they went out and passed out letters, and then sometimes a lot of time could pass before they show up on your street. So what we've asked, and working with David Higgins at Milestone, he's been great. He's done more letters now. So they do multiple letters, and they'll let you know kind of what's going on. And again, you can always call the town hall if you have a question or a concern. If someone that has needs, like they have to leave for doctor's appointments, you can call the town and let us know that, and we pass that on to the contractors to make sure people can get to doctors or different things that arise.
Sure. We have empathy when it comes to it. One of the worst times is when road construction is right outside your house, but afterward it's one of the best times when you drive down the street and see the finished product. I think you hit everything on the head when it comes to that, and that we're just here to work the problems out. Let us know the problems, and we can work them out. Sometimes you'll see a crew that comes in and takes out the curbs, and they go from street to street to street, and it seems like there's nothing happening in front of your house. However, it's part of the construction schedule that curb removal is that particular time. So while it's not happening in front of your house, curb removal is happening on the project itself, probably somewhere down the line.
For sure. With the 28 streets, like I said, right now there's 8 streets getting concrete, so they could be on any, and those 8 streets could be pretty long with a lot of concrete work. There's curb that gets redone. There's some sidewalk, all depending on conditions. So yeah, they are around. It may not seem like it, but they are.
Great. Anything else to add on these streets? I think they have a deadline of end of October.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning. If everything goes great, October 13th would be a time they're looking for. But this time of year, you're always going to get some weather days. So I would say end of October seems like I would hope we could be done before Halloween and all the kids are out trick or treating. Would be great.
Yes, that would be nice to shoot for all the curb accesses to be nice and clean for Halloween.
Definitely.
Anything else to add? If not, we'll go to some important dates coming up. We had a pretty busy August in town. We had a wonderful National Night Out. Huge success, well attended. Good job, Police Department, and all the people behind the scenes that helped Public Works set it up. Parks Department. We also hosted Logan's Love Autism Walk this past weekend that was well attended. So, again, very happy to have the activity going on in Dyer. We have a couple dates coming up here. September 1st is the last day for the splash pad. We'll be closing it up, so if you want to get out there, get done September 1st. September 6th, we have a sale in the park, which will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. There's still time for you to get a booth. And September 13th, Public Works Open House. Come and see Jeff and his crew from 8 a.m. till noon. They'll give you tours of Public Works. They'll give you inside details of what goes on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, we have a lot of different things that we want to show. We have, again, our wastewater tour is, we have about three tours throughout the day from 8 to noon. We have a chipping truck set up so people can see how we do our chipping process. We have our camera equipment set up so individuals can see how the televising, when they go out to televise sanitary lines, they can see how that process works.
Great.
Our brine system. So again, a lot of different things they can see.
Great. And wrapping up September with Fall Fest, we're going to have Fall Fest with 2 bands, a petting zoo this year, a magic show. That'll be at Pheasant Hills Park September 20th. Take a look for that. Also look forward to the open house of the fire department in October. Those are some big dates coming up for us, so we're going to try to get as much activity as we can through this nice fall weather. Anything else you guys can think of? If not, we're wrapping up the show here.
The only thing I would add is, we were kind of talking about Public Works and things that the Public Works can offer its citizens. The only thing I would like to add is every year we get the privilege to see a lot of kids through our parks programs, and we get to talk to them. And one of the things that I talk to the kids about a lot is stormwater, and everyone has a catch basin on their street. And all the town would ask is sometimes that if you're out there and you see debris on it, that anytime you can shovel that debris off, throw it in a garbage can, you greatly help the town of Dyer. We got over 3,000 of those castings within the town of Dyer, and we can't be at all of them all the time. So any help that we can get clearing those, or even a call to say, hey, this one's pretty bad, so we know to get out there, is a great help to the town.
Great point. Great point. Everybody can do their part and helps us out. So, well, that was our August show for the town of Dyer. Check it out. Play it on replay. Log into any of our website to get the information, or get that text program again if you want the latest information from Dyer. Text Dyer, D-Y-E-R, to 219-215-4304. Thank you.